Hooked up by 1-800-ASK-GARY. Now, who's taking the stand?
Meredith is under the lights right now, getting sworn in. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
When you don't want to tell the truth, you have a plea that you can use for plead the fifth. That's one pass. Or you can boomerang it back on us, too. Any question that you answer. 3 comes from us, 3 come from the people out there. You ready?
Yes, I am.
First up, Buck Nasty.
Yo, so Meredith.
Wait a minute. Yo.
Yo.
Such a mess.
So we both have kids.
Yeah.
All right, about the same age. I want to know, have you and Anthony ever had a situation where you have got it on and Aubrey was actually in the bed?
Oh.
Yes, we
Baby Aubrey?
have. Infant baby Aubrey was, it was when I was nursing. Let's see here. She must have been like 4 months old, and she was in a bassinet or whatever you want to call it right next to the bed. I was feeling a little frisky. You know, when you're pregnant, especially at the end of the pregnancy, you don't really want to have sex, and then giving birth and healing, there's a little time you got to take off there. So once we started getting back into the swing of things, I wanted to, well, you don't want to put the baby in the living room by herself. No. You know, there's a reason she's in the bedroom. Why are you looking at me like that?
So sinful.
I'm guessing you don't have a double bed.
So terrible.
Double bed.
So terrible. Damn. All right. Baby
Yeah.
just looking up like, what is that?
I think she was sleeping, but I'm sure she woke up.
Wow. Yeah. She's like,
What's that?
all right. My question is, it's funny. I got 2 questions that I want to ask, and I'm torn between the 2. But I'm leaning toward. Okay. All right. So, baby 2.0 comes.
Yeah.
Now, this is a fast answer, so you got to give me the quick answer or the quick plead. Okay?
Oh, God.
Baby 2.0 comes, and Anthony, of course, is there. Aubrey is there. Everybody's gushing. You're like, oh, I'm finally so glad this is over. Mm-hmm. Because there's an exhaustion that goes into it. So everything, just the raw emotion. You've been through it once, so tap into that. And Anthony looks over that baby and looks across at you and says, baby, I'm so happy, thank you, but I really want a boy.
Oh, my God. That would make me cry.
I really want a boy.
So fast.
I really want a boy. Meredith, are you down? Down, yes or no? Are you down? Right there. Pick right now, baby. I don't have my boy, and I'm looking at you beautiful faces, and I love you, but I want my boy. Baby, give me my boy.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I would say no.
No?
I would say no at that moment. Yeah, no. Just because there's just so much going on and lack of sleep and breastfeeding and
But this is
your
something
whole
you
world's
already
upset.
feel no about.
No, yeah, I know. That's why I said no.
So you're not willing to
Not
like...
right now. No, hell no. I need a little bit of space between my babies. Some people need, 10 months. Some people need 5 years. I need a little bit of time to recoup and get back to who I am as an individual. Yeah. So if that does happen, it would be down the line. But right now we're good with just 2, and we both already said that we're done.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. So, but if he really wanted a boy, I would keep it. I would keep his wishes in the back of my mind at that moment. In the back, I would say at that moment the answer is no.
Back here.
Yeah, back here.
Okay,
but
back
follow
here.
up with me in like a year or 2.
Yeah. Meet me outside.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay, Meredith. A couple weeks ago, we were having a conversation, and I'm trying to remember if we were having this conversation on the air or if it was just like a talk that we were having in the room. And I think it was something that we were just talking about in the room. But I remember you saying that Anthony and your mom got in the biggest fight that they have ever gotten into. I want you to please recap what that fight was about.
That was not on the air.
That was not on the air.
That was off air. Wow.
How much time we got?
Wait, you gonna tell?
Yeah.
And basically, what was the fight about?
guess.
And have they made peace yet, or are they still kind of at odds?
They have not made peace. They have not spoken really to each other since the incident happened.
How long ago was this?
Christmas.
Damn! It's Christmas.
They're not on speaking terms, no texting terms. Even when there's a group chat or even group on the speakerphone or whatever, they don't really acknowledge each other, really.
Wow.
What was it over?
So we have a small house. It's a 3-2, but it's very small, and we're about to add another child. So it's just getting smaller and smaller. My mom comes down 3 to 4 times a year, okay? And she plays, helps out with the baby, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so Anthony told her nonchalantly, like we were all chatting during Christmas up in Charlotte, and he was like, hey, just to let you know, once everything kind of settles down, the house is getting really small. So it might be better just for a little bit of time before we get a bigger house if you could stay in a hotel when you come down here. And she was not having it. She took such offense to that. My mom's very old school. She's never stayed in a hotel ever, even when I had a one bedroom.
She stays at your house. She's
On
like,
the
I'm
couch.
staying with you.
On the couch, yeah,
On the
for the
couch.
longest
Right.
time.
Yeah, blow up bed, whatever.
Yeah.
She's chill. She was like, and starting to negotiate with him. Well, I'll sleep on your couch. We can get a blow up this. I'll do this. I'll do that. And he was not having it because it is going to be, I mean, such a change. There's going to be no room for her. But so on one hand, that's my man.
No room for you, Mom.
Your husband voted your mom off the island.
Right. And
wow.
So it was very hard for me because on one hand, that's my man. And I go home with him and I live with him. On the other hand,
That's my mama.
I understand my mom.
Mama.
She doesn't complain about where she sleeps or anything. Never has.
Right. We complained for her when you put her on that
On the
inflatable.
couch. Yes.
You put on that blow up bed. And I'm like, yo, you don't put your mama on the blow up bed.
So he put his foot down. Then they started arguing. And then they started arguing about money.
What?
And then that got weird. And then I'm sitting back like, like Homer Simpson in that meme going in the bushes.
Yeah.
I was like,
What? So this hasn't, how can you put them back together?
she's coming down here like the weekend after after Valentine's Day. So they're going to have to be forced to be together
She's
for several
staying
days.
at your house?
Yes.
Ah.
Because we still have that extra room. It's not a baby room yet.
That's a power move.
Yeah.
You should just pull it
she
on you
coming down
guys.
to mark her territory. She coming down to get it. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we get updates on this
Yeah.
now that this is public knowledge?
They're not talking at the moment,
Damn.
but she'll be down here in a couple weeks.
Damn.
I
All right,
know.
we got to get her story when she comes back.
We got to get her
Yeah,
side.
for real. Yeah. All right, 888-429-0941. She still has her pass and play, and she still has her boomerang back. So we got it at 888-429-0941. It's Plead the Fifth Meredith edition. Hold on. Meredith edition of Plead the Fifth is going on right now. 888-429-0941.
Any other off-air private conversations we're going to be bringing up?
Listen, I am shocked that Davi even brought that one up. I would not have.
Yeah,
I'm glad he did.
very sensitive.
All right, he's in on the phones, 888-429-0941. We got one text. Is your text closed?
Yes, it is.
All right, you got one text question that says, Meredith, what's something nasty that you do by yourself in the car or alone at home in the bathroom? What is something
Nasty?
nasty?
Like gross?
Like under there. Right? They said nasty, so however you translate that.
I mean, it's definitely nasty, but if I got something stuck up my nose, it's going to get grabbed in the car. I gotta get it. It's so annoying. Yeah, so I'll be picking my boogers in the car.
Oh, man.
If I have a rock or something very uncomfortable up there, what am I supposed to
If
do?
you have a rock, did you say a rock?
Yeah, something.
Do you flick it out the window or do you have like a little piece of like tissue or something
I have
handy?
tissues in the car at all times, and then sanitizer. Seriously,
You don't sanitize your hand after you
100%
eat
I
that
do.
booger.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
what if
do.
you need another pick?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What if
You
you're
don't
not done?
sanitize your fingers.
Oh, man.
Don't act like y'all haven't picked your nose in the
ever.
car.
Never, not once.
Never.
Whatever.
All
Dude.
right, wow, let's see here.
We have
got-
one out of the 407. It says, Meredith, after having your procedure down there, sorry, I don't remember the official name, are you worried about it messing up after giving birth? Is that even possible?
So that is an interesting question, and that was something I asked Dr. Adams when I went there. So it's called the Vivive, and it's to help downstairs after you give birth, or if you get a little bit older and things aren't the same downstairs, especially with your sex drive. You go see Dr. Adams, and it's like a 45-minute little procedure, and you go right back to work. Best thing I ever did, but they say that you're really not supposed to get pregnant like right afterwards because it tightens everything up. So it's not going to be an issue. You're not going to hurt yourself, but why do it if you're just going to get pregnant again? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So so I'm good to go. I got that done maybe like a year and a half to 2 years ago, I would say. So, it's fine now, but not right after you get it done. That would be silly because it's a waste of money, waste of time, waste of effort.
All right. Okay. All right. So I have another question for you here. Somebody says you guys mentioned bathroom breaks about Meredith. How many times have you had an accident this go round with baby 2.0?
We witnessed one not too long ago.
We did. I mean, like, how many times have you peed yourself, Meredith?
Last week.
What?
Last week I was in here. You guys were doing something funny, and then I just started laughing. We were live on air, and I go, "Stop it! Stop it!" And I like grabbed myself for a second, and then we went to commercial break, and then I just ran to the bathroom.
But I'm saying, like, you had a mess up?
It wasn't like a mess. It was just a little dribble.
Like, do we? Oh,
Mark this
really?
chair.
Like, for real? Like, you sit in the same chair every morning.
That's why it's my chair.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, it is.
It
It's
is.
yours, your chair.
Yeah.
That is all
I'll
you.
stand.
Yeah. I don't want that. Wait, can we put plastic over it or something?
Mark my territory over
Like,
here.
do something with it, like, so you don't mess around. I mean, we don't want to be just living in your
I
essence.
can't help it. It's like a random sneeze or a cough can lead to it, or God forbid, I'm
So
laughing.
you
in
wet
here.
up clothes, though? Like, it's like,
have.
like, you really?
I mean,
How many times? How many times have you wet your clothes when you had to change clothes after you laughed?
at least once to twice a week. And
Are
usually,
you serious?
it usually happens at home, and it's usually when I have to really, really go number one, but I don't know because I don't have that feeling yet. And then all of a sudden I sneeze, and then a gush
Super soaker.
of
Super soaker.
This
Go
laundry
ahead.
sure is piling up.
Yeah. Anthony's like, I will fold the laundry, but you're going to have to stop peeing on the outfits.
And
This has tripled up my laundry load.
I try to keep it a secret from Anthony because I don't want him to be grossed out by me. But if I sneeze in the house and then all of a sudden I cuss right afterwards, he knows exactly what happened.
That means your wet works.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I have to change everything.
Okay, well, that's all. That's three.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, you got three from the
TMI.
audience. You got three. Yeah, for real, TMI.
Sorry.
Yours is telling it all.
Okay.
All right, so you got a boomerang.
Yes,
what do you
I
have?
do.
What's yours?
What's the grossest, nastiest thing you do in the car or at home, gentlemen? Are you sniffing underwear? What you doing?
Sniff underwear. Who sniffs underwear?
To check your scent.
Wow. The grossest. All right, what Buck Nasty?
I got
Go ahead.
one.
What you got?
Especially on weekends, like I just get real lazy and I just don't bathe. I'll go like a shower Thursday or something, and then Friday come to work, and then I won't shower again till like
Monday
night or something.
Yeah, really?
Not all the time. Just every now and then. If I do something active, of course I'm gonna shower.
Active, bitch. You breathing. That's active. You shed skin. Like you sleep that night.
It's so rare, but sometimes I just forget.
Your salad got all kind of black pepper on it. It's nasty. I mean, honestly, I don't sniff nothing. You know what? Like the booger thing, I will say in the car, I'll go after it. I'll even pull up, like, because if I'm at the light, I don't want nobody to be like, I looked over to my right, Orlando was knuckle deep. And so I'll pull up a little bit so they can't see me.
Right.
And because I feel if something is like impeding my breathing.
Right.
Whatever. But if I'm at home, I'll flick it behind the couch. I damn sure will. I'll flick it right behind the couch. I'll be like, bloop, right over there in the corner.
What if it sticks on the wall?
No. It ain't like the big ones.
Okay.
Like big ones, that's just tissue. But I'm saying like a little bit of little shrapnel or something.
Yeah.
Where you get a little distance on it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I used to flick them at my dog when he was alive. I'm like, bloop, right there. There you go.
Poor guy.
I used to do that.
Oh, he's a good boy.
He used to cuss me out on his breath. You bastard.
I would think that mine is probably like when I get home from the gym and I don't want to immediately like take a shower, but I know I'm like sweaty and stuff, so I don't want to like sit on the furniture. So I'll just sit butt naked like in my living room. Indian style.
Is it carpet?
Yeah, the carpet. Yeah, I know the carpet's gross, but like, I ain't gonna get on the couch. But I ain't ready to take a shower yet.
Do you have a leather couch? Is that why it's
Yeah,
sticky?
I have a leather couch, so I can't play myself like that.
Sitting Indian style naked.
Yeah, just sitting there.
Has Joanne ever walked in and saw you sitting
No,
on
I will run. When I hear that garage door go up, I will run so fast.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
Plead the Fifth is a wrap. Good God. All right.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
Everybody try and get the mental image of Dobby butt naked, Indian style on the carpet. Try and get it out of your head. It's not going to leave. All right, more coming up. Don't move.
Music trends